What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, not doing the build correctly. His name is Joe, and he's playing Set. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Skady. The map is Marsh. And this is an exciting time to be alive, nonetheless. We are back at it again with the best of 165. I've got no idea what this score was, but these guys play each other quite a lot. They are so good at the game, and they are funny friends and all of the good things that happen when you play this game for so long. We've got some relics already found here. A pair of golden lions, the S tier, A tier relic, one of the two. Very, very good relic chilling here. We also have the Dwarven Calipers with the cheaper siege weapons. We do see, look at this. There's 5 villages on food for Joe here. He's not going to be able to get his temple up in time with only 1 villager. How sad is that? How absolutely devastatingly sad is that? Anyways, Skady, he's playing Poseidon here in this game. The S++++ super overpowered Poseidon. Only god that can beat Poseidon is Norse. And you know, that's what we got here. That's just how the game is going to go. And I mean, we'll see we'll see what happens. I like that Skady's eating his forward boar straight away, leaving his hunt in his base. He's lured this as well, so he's going to have a ton of food in his base. Lure is acting as a professional scouts does, in that it completely removes any need to build military in the classical age. But scouting happening over here for Skady, just checking out the sides of his map, checking what's going on. He's also got a ton of hippopotamus on this town center, and so too does Joe. Both players are going to be very, very happy with this one. If you are a Set player in this matchup, one option you could go for is to grab this town center at 4 minutes, to have this ridiculous amount of hunt, giving yourself like a 745 heroic age. And I said that correctly. I didn't stutter. 2 town center, 745 heroic age for Set is very, very possible. And then you can follow that up with like an 11 minute to 12 minute, 130 population Mythic age behind that with Set. Very, very strong, very, very hard to defend as Poseidon. So we'll see how this game's going to go, especially if the Poseidon player decides to go for the greedy 3 town center build, which they do like to do. But at this point, we are seeing Joe is grabbing these forward boar here to have for himself in the future. Temple is just about to finish up here for Joe. Over here, we got another... the Osberg wagon. Has this been spotted by Joe? And if not, why does he not send that Pharaoh over there to grab this? This is essentially GG from the get-go. Negative 25% food caravan cost reduction there. And then we've also got the extra caravan move speed, plus 15% move speed. Plus 15% move speed means a plus 15% increase in gold gather rate for camel caravans. And we are seeing tar coming through now for Joe, 4:30 advance time with no monuments. Ladies and gentlemen, say it for me. You can do this exact build with 2 monuments. We are seeing that vision coming down, just checking out what's going on. The Pharaoh's going to come grab this relic and live the dream. So we continue over here. Boar is getting shot down here. And the tar is going to be finished fairly soon. Look at all these boar he's getting. These boar are so good. 225 food you can just bring back to your home base and just eat without getting touched. So nice. And I mean, basically, I think what we're going to see from Skady, he's going to get this town center. There is this hyena just chilling over here, which is going to have some sort of line of sight on this. So it's going to be a little bit scary for Skady. He might actually have to ceasefire, and this is totally worth it for Joe if he notices that this is where the villagers are going for this location here. But we don't see anything happening just yet. The armory is getting queued up. Joe's got a lot of gold in the bank, ready to get this town center up. There he goes to throw that one down. He's got villagers on wood here, which is he's got idle town center time. Everything is a calamity here for Joe. I just like making fun of him because he's such a strong player that if he sorts out all of these like little micro mistakes, and I don't mean micro as in like managing your army, but micro as in like small mistakes, he would easily be the best Age of Mythology player, I reckon, with Egyptian in this game, because he's just so good at all of the other things that make Egyptian good. So we'll see how it's all going to go for him. The armory is coming up very slowly. Villagers coming over here onto this gold mine. Ferret moving over here onto this location. We still don't see the heroes out, as he is coming in, but no Hippolyta just yet. A little bit of wood in the bank for Skady. I believe that is mostly going to be for that third town center. This town center is now up for Skady. He's going to be able to have a very fun time with all those hippopotamus here. Same too is Joe on this location here. So he's going to be retreating back. We see the Kadoskabot's going to be going away. And Joe's going for his mining camp here. Is he going for a third town center? It looks as if Joe is going for a third town center here. I could be wrong. Monument coming down for Joe now. I haven't really seen this before from Joe. It's a late third town center. And Skady is looking like he's going for his own third town center if you look at the resources, but he might just be going straight to the heroic age, throwing down an armory and making something else happen. We'll see how this works. The units moving forward here, as we do have a lone scout just checking this out with Theseus. Has managed to grab a pair of golden lions. The villagers are going to be moving forward here. Joe just a little bit short on food. He's going to dump those villagers in to the town center here. Still short on food. Maybe too many villagers on gold now. And so the town center is coming up. Up to 3 town centers here. Very, very greedy, but he's doing it as there's not really a lot of damage that Skady can do here. He's throwing down his armory. Going to go to the next age. What I would love to see from Skady here is 2 town center fast mythic. I think that would be so incredibly strong in this situation against what Joe's doing. And we'll see if it's going to happen. We do see him starting to eat his animals of set here. Very, very good. The gazelle of set have 75 food. It's a decent amount of food. And honestly, I think we are seeing... Well, we're definitely seeing a fast heroic off of 2 town centers, but we'll see how this is going to go. The villager differential is slightly behind for Joe right now, as Skady's got a 5 villager lead based on all of the idle time that Joe's had, but Joe will catch up because he's got those 3 town centers pumping right now. And we'll see how it all ends up going as Aphrodite is coming through. We don't see any extra buildings getting thrown up just yet. There is 300 wood in the bank for Skady, and I think he might be going for the Mythic Age. I think that is the right play here. C3 Town Centers realize that the Classical Age is going to be very, very slow from... the Heroic Age is going to be very, very slow from Joe. You can do a 3 Town Center 9-minute Heroic Age, but you need a perfect map for that and not advance fast. It's a very different build, but Joe didn't do that one here. So it's going to be more closer to a 10-minute to even like 10:15, 10:30 Heroic Age, which is going to give Skady all the time in the world. He's going to throw down a stable here. Has a lot of food in the bank, a lot of gold in the bank. I would not be surprised to see him go for the Mythic Age here, as he's still happily eating all of the food. However, his economic upgrades looking. He's got himself pickaxe, no husbandry just yet. Doesn't matter all too much. Joe, on the other hand, has got himself pickaxe, and Nephthys is coming through now. Where's the market? Is he going to throw it down? Yes, he does. I love this from Skady. He is reacting to what Joe's doing, and he's going to punish this so hard. But the question is it going to be enough or not? Because now Joe's overtaken the villager lead, 50 villagers over Skady's. It's three or four villagers over Skady's, 47. So it's going to be interesting. Skady just about to click up. Just needs to get a little bit more gold income. And what I wouldn't mind seeing from Skady is straight into a fortress and Heliopolite. Don't bother with anything else. Heliopolite, Hoplite, so good. So good. Delete this stable. Restart. Get some barracks. Heliopolite, Hoplite. in order to make a big push. And we'll see what's going to happen here as the Nemean Lion is starting to circle around. The Gold Lion's going to move over into this corner. We'll probably spot the perfect market from Joe. Guys, it's not a Matrius market. Matrius isn't in this game. This is a Joe market right on the corner of the map. He understands. Remember, he does have that that relic, the Osberg? The Osberg wagon, as Migdol Stronghold is coming up here. And we'll see what unit Joe's going to go for. Normally we see set players going for the Chariot Archer, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Joe in this situation maybe opt to go for Elephant and go for Thoth here as a random idea. Double Siege Works are coming down here as Artemis is now 60% of the way through. We're seeing Archer Ranges, no Fortress. I really would have liked to see the Fortress Heliopoli spam here. Would have been very, very interesting to see if it would work or not. Remember that Skady does have a ceasefire as well. Show the Lions. The Lions managed to kill the villager and prevent the market. So what Joe could do is chemo market in this corner and trade to this town center. That's very, very bad. He could also chemo market here and trade over to this town center, which is probably a bit better. And there's the Artemis, and there's the Earthquake, taking the town center down, taking the Pharaoh down, taking the Migdol down. Absolutely huge here. But Joe is 72 of 80 villages, and he will go up to the Mythic Age himself if he can get himself a market anytime soon. There's the market coming up. He might grab his town center back, which is exactly what he wants to do, as we do see a Hippocon coming in and the curse onto the villagers, bringing them down to 69. These villagers all making their way over here, but the Chimera is on its way, wanting to hit this, but we do see an armory coming up. Nice ghost buildings here from Joe. We're going to block this Chimera away from these villagers. These pigs need to move away from this, as the Scorpion Man is trying to take this down as best as it possibly can. The Hippocon going after these priests as well. Very nice. A secondary Chimera coming in here, but the town center does end up getting up for Joe. You can jump these onto these pigs here if he wants, which is what he's going to be doing, and keep his villagers alive for a rainy day. We see a barracks coming down, a couple of barracks coming down as Horus is on the way. It's 88 population to 94. Skady will be thinking about getting his third town center now, as these Chimera do spot a whole pack of villagers over here. Will Skady notice? It looks like he just misses that one. He turns around. He will see these villagers making a run for it. The split from Joe, pretty good. Only killing 2 villagers there. Nice try. We do see the ancestors coming in. Skady probably should just ceasefire this, but he's going to retreat. In fact, actually, maybe he doesn't need to. The Chimera special could potentially kill the vast majority of these minions here. Turn around and show me it, my dude. We see the Chimera coming in over here, hitting a special ability. The Funeral Rites, I think, has come through. Flames of Typhoon coming in as well, or Typhon coming in. And look, I missed it. No, but the minions get completely destroyed by the Chimera. What a play from Skady in this game, as he is about to push in here, get the big damage done. These villagers gonna get torn to pieces as well, as the Hippocon moving through. The priests are all out, but they really don't do that much damage to these Chimera at all. And there's just so many units here for Skady, as he's about to get his third town center. Horus about to pop through for Joe. He doesn't have many units out at all now. He's at 100 population to 121 population. These spearmen doing a lot of damage. The Chimera swinging in here. We do see the Pharaoh in, but he doesn't actually hit the Chimera here unless they're getting targeted. As one Chimera does fall, we do have the Avenger to come in here. The Chimera turning around. We see the villagers retreating. Nice micro there, only losing 4. The Avenger manages to pick off another Chimera with the help of the Pharaoh and the Priest. The Avenger will chase these around. He's got 5.5 speed, does manage to start whacking these ones. The Avenger is the correct response to Chimera for the most part, as the village is going to be splitting yet again by Joe, as he's trying to hang on against these Chimera raids. And it's looking like at this point, Joe has managed to quell the damage that is coming in onto him. We see the villagers still trying to dodge as best as they can. 2 more falling. as the Pharaoh does manage to fling a couple of those special rocks at the Chimera Tyrant here, as the tornado coming in onto the main base of Skady, taking down a temple, potentially going to take down the town center as well. He definitely should be able to take down the town center here, and in fact will, because there is no fortified town centers, there is no masons here, but he also takes down so many buildings as well. I thought it was going to be perfect here, just killing off the temple, but it looks like the majority of those militia were taken down by the tornado as well. So only 5 militia from that one there. So nice play as Joe seemingly stabilizing against this play that Skady has managed to kind of pull off here. Very, very even game here now. 69 villages to 71 villages. 122 population for Joe to 116 population for Skady. The Avengers pushing in. We see the Pharaoh and Priest targeting down this Chimera Tyrant. Nice micro from Skady to just hit that special and then retreat away. Absolutely love that one. Joe, rightly so. We've got Shalky in the chat say, Joe, 2k wood. It's just classic Joe maneuvers here. We'll see what he's going to do with that, as the Chimera's going to be looking to move back in. Look at the damage onto the Spearmen. They are kind of separated nicely, though. He might be on spread formation. I'm not exactly sure. Fortified Town Center is coming through for Skady, as well as medium archers. We will be seeing an attempt from Skady to get around the back, but there are a ton of rhinoceros here. Very, very big help here in this game. Pushing back as we see the Chimera swinging back around here yet again, as the Priest Pharaoh going after the Chimera here, as they are retreating away. As I say, cannot fight the Priest and Pharaoh. Need to find a different angle to fight. And now we have the fortress up for Skady. What I'd love to see from Skady is exactly what he's doing. Start controlling the corners. Joe has not been able to start up a trade route here in this game. We do see him with a catapult as he's going to start pushing through. But that Chimera circle around. It's a 7 HP Chimera. Nice micro here from Joe. He does manage to split that nicely and snipe down one of those Chimera. But the Priest Pharaoh getting pushed back over here as they are getting picked off. Skady at 108 of 160 population to Joe's 160 of 160 population. So Joe now with a slight lead, but Skady is starting to throw those stables up in the corner of the map, getting that control. Very, very important here. And we'll see if he's going to be able to hold. We definitely need to see some Heliopoli coming out for Skady, but he's not doing it just yet. Joe able to start pushing in. Remember, killing off a fortress means a lot of militia for Skady to hold with, and Skady simply just going to cast a ceasefire for the time being. It needs to get sorted. He needs to actually make some adjustments here. I do think that the best play here, thank you for the 200 bits there, Fabius. The best play here for Skady would be to go Heliopoli Hoplite. So the Hoplite stay alive a little bit longer than the Hypaspis, and the Heliopoli can really counter this. It's a very, very expensive army, but if you could get that army out, you would be able to win this Chariot Archer Spearman army very, very easily. But now with the help of the Polyphemus, this might be turning into a little bit of a different game. The wooden wall going to be finishing up. It's going to be a nice defensive position here for the catapults to siege down the fortress here. As the villagers in the corner are going to start mining this gold. I'd love to see a wall get thrown up like over here just to block, but I mean, the market's up for Joe. He still hasn't really started a trade route. It has actually, he's got a couple here, but with 4.37 speed, these camel caravans very, very good here in this game, as the ceasefire does end. Greatest of the 50 coming in, Carpenter's coming in as well for Joe, as his wood income will start to skyrocket. These Chariot Archers very much in the wrong position here. The Avenger getting sniped down by the majority of units here will end up falling, and it's looking like Skady completely turns this game on its head, as Joe gets his entire army completely destroyed there. Really, really nice play, but we've got greatest of the 50 out now. Joe's Spearmen are going to start completely shutting down these Hippocon, and we'll see if Skady is going to make some sort of a move here, as the Chimera do come over here, but Joe does notice it nicely. It's a very, very low HP Chimera on this location here, 82 HP. Joe's sending back over here. He's not paying attention anymore, as all of the villages end up falling. A huge raid there from Skady, pushing Joe's villages down to 80 or 69 there. He does have 10 camel caravans though, as he is pushing in on the front as well. The Heliopolite now coming out here. Beautiful play here from Skady. The pressure never ending here in this game, as the Heliopolis going to start being able to take down the Migdol stronghold and everything else. Does Joe have any upgrades? He doesn't have Mason, so this Migdol stronghold will fall very quickly here. We could also see the Polyphemus come in to try and take down the Migdol stronghold as well. Another Heliopolis in the back will start moving forward very, very shortly here, as this is looking very tough for Joe to hold. He will have those spearmen out. He's sitting at 135 of 160 population. He needs a little bit more time to get sorted here. Where did those Chimera go? Nowhere. They're back into the main fight here as another Chimera does fall. We do have the Priest, the Pharaoh, coming over here to try and deal with these Chimera Tyrants. We've got the Mercenary Cavalry trying to get built by Joe here, but he doesn't really have all too much gold income as this game is continuing. How are the economic upgrades looking for Joe? At this point, he's at full economic upgrades, no flood control just yet. Town center falling as Skady is not backing off at all. Full force pushing through the set base here. Joe losing his town center, losing the mercenary defense here, as the Chimera might get taken down, but he still has to deal with the Heliopoli and all of the other units that are coming through to boot. And this is going to be very, very tough for Joe. We might start to see him start spamming some towers out here. He does have spearmen, which can take down these Heliopoli relatively fast. But we have Joe over here with the siege works, going to try some sneaky shenanigans. A market coming over here by Joe as well as he's trying to expand his trade route. This game is not quite over just yet. If Joe can defend here, he's going to be in a great position. Skady starting to hit a little bit of a roadblock here. 142 of 160 population here for Skady versus 130 of 140 population. Very, very close. Now we've got Mercenary coming from the hometown center. We do have Chemo at work here. The soul of Chemo, the heart and soul of Chemo at work here, spamming that trade route out as best as he possibly can. Villages in the middle of a map for Skady. Does he have fully upgraded units? Yes, he does, but no Divine Blood, no Carpenters just yet. Carpenters is not the best for Greek. Definitely Bowsaw, very, very good. But no Divine Blood. Hurts just a little bit, and this is forcing Skady to retreat just a little bit here. He needs to get that Polyphemus back out when he can, get the economy going, maybe start a trade route, get the extra villages that he needs. And we'll see if there is any possibility here for Joe to get this town center back, as the army of Skady is struggling mightily here. The Pharaoh coming in onto this settlement, going to start empowering it as best as he can, but the Heliopoli say, no, not yet, my friend. I'm going to continue to push in here, but it's looking like somehow, some way, Joe is still managing to trade relatively even under populated here. The villagers get pulled off, going to go after these Heliopoli. There's only one left now, as that gets pushed back. The spearmen going after this one. The villagers throwing up an armory here to block said Heliopoli, and we see the spearmen going to be able to get somewhat of a surround, but not quite fast enough. The Heliopoli has the range, going to delay this town center for just a little bit longer here, as Joe is desperately trying to get this town center back up. He does manage to take that Heliopoli down. The army's still very, very strong here for Joe, as he's able to deal with those Hippocon very nice. Like I said, we needed infantry a while ago here. Making these catapults is a question mark maneuver if I've ever seen one. Villagers now coming in for Skady to help. We see a shifting sands by Joe into this location to make the villagers make the Chimera leave here, but the Toxotes is going to be trying to take down this town center, is preventing it from going up. So many villagers on this now for Joe. He wants that Pharaoh back as fast as possible, but it's not here just yet. Looking like the town center will end up getting up for Joe. Nice play, able to continue here in this game, as we thought that potentially Skady had it there, but nice hold here from Joe. Never down, never out. We see City of the Dead coming through, Masons coming through, full population for Joe now. His economy is absolutely out of this world strong. We've got so many Toxotes coming through, but with these mercenary cavalry, the Toxotes can be very, very tough to use, because remember, mercenary cavalry have tons of pierce armor, so these Toxotes do not do very well at all here, as the catapult continuing to push forward. Another Chimera comes through here, as we see Skady wants to break through this this stone or wooden wall here to maybe hit this gold mine, and we'll see where this game is going to go. Meanwhile, we do have some walls coming through here. The village is going to get targeted down. A barracks coming over here for Joe. He needs to throw up some towers or something to just hold this location, get those walls down that he so loves. But the Chimera, the Hippocon, coming over here to just deny this for the time being. This game is so hectic, ladies and gentlemen. Back and forth as you've never seen before here. The Chariot Archers doing their best from afar. We see the Chimera Tyrant able to get some damage done. We've got Champion Spearman now through for Joe. Absolutely huge. Still no military academies coming down for our main man, Skady, as we are seeing the Pharaoh come through, going to try and snipe down this Chimera as best as he possibly can. The villagers moving forward by Skady as well. He wants to get some more units in here. We do have some stables in this corner as well, as Skady is going to attempt to get something done, but the mercenary infantry are here to take these down. We've got the stables coming down to try and path block this just a little bit, but it's not going to be enough just yet. Meanwhile, we see the Chimera, the Hippocon, in the main base of Joe right now. Skady under a lot of pressure here. The Pharaoh, not the Pharaoh, the priest going after these Chimera. Still not much opportunity to make any ground here. Will we see some more catapult coming through in the near future for Joe to make any push happen here or not? We see the side build here getting dealt with. We need to see a wall here. We need to see walls coming up for Joe. It's something that he's not doing in this game, which is very, very peculiar. These Chimera are going to get a big amount of damage moving over onto this gold mine. These villagers could be picked off yet again, but honestly, Joe probably not so mad about that. He could replace those with camel caravans and feel mighty confident in his abilities to continue here. Skady now 80 population of 160 population. He's being pushed off everything. He's at 60 villages now. He needs to be building those villages back up, but he is not really doing it here in this game. And it's looking like somehow, some way, Joe has managed to do the unmanageable. He's actually out of gold now as he's moving into the middle of the map, down 2 town centers to 3 town centers. Joe has forced Skady into an incredibly difficult position here. Very little resources in the bank, no population to speak of, but Chimera still trying to get damage done. But in this moment, Skady taps out some way, somehow Joe manages to win this game. What a ridiculous game here, ladies and gentlemen. So back and forth. No idea who was going to win this game ever here. What a game from Joe. Well played. I don't even know what to say about this. Look at the post game here. Look at the resource total. So close. This is all the relic that Joe had. All the relic. That camel caravan relic. So good. Economy. Look at that golden trade. 8,500 units killed. Favoring Joe slightly. Units lost favoring Skady by quite a bit. The improvement, the research count is the big difference here. 31 for Joe to Skady's 18. And Skady just never able to finish this one off here. Well played by Joe getting the win. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.